Hey, Collective. Do you guys have your new calendars yet for 2025? I don't think I have mine yet. Well, I know I don't. But I have a calendar though. Like I have a manual one that I sit on my desk, and it doesn't have the year. It just has the date, like the day and the month from it. And I love it. So I don't necessarily get them anymore, but just thinking about that. I used to get calendars all the time too. Me and my girlfriends used to get those little pocket calendars that were like this big that had all the little days. And we would try to write down like all the stuff that we did, and then we would look back at it and like read it. So I guess somebody's going to be like, this is going to be a really like good review. Like you're going to be, again, I haven't even pulled a card. I don't even know what this is about, because what I'm doing now is my lives. I'm scheduling those as best I can because we get busy. And, scheduling the lives from the titles from the downloads. And then what I'm doing is the recordings. I'm doing those as just, readings. Like, just like, who is this for, about? And I might switch it out. You know how I am. I just kind of keep it moving, because not everything works for everybody. So in all honesty, for me personally, if one person sees my video, it might actually be one person that's supposed to see it. It also could just be like me. There are some instances where I watch my own videos back and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Outside from the other notes that I gather while I'm doing the readings, because I feel like, you can always build and, expand upon everything in life. So I don't know, maybe that's what somebody's looking back at. Like, okay, I've done a really, oh, wow. And it's funny because I started off talking about the calendar, and that's because there's a calendar off to the left of me here. And when I look to the left, I guess, I don't know what this all means, but take it how it resonates. What I heard here is like, whatever you left is like, it's good. Because everybody felt good when they sang that song. They was like, to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Here's the thing. With some people, they can't even come back to get a box because there is no box. And for some of y'all kind of arrived at the idea, which is totally fine and absolutely fine, that if somebody did leave something behind with you, that you just got rid of it, that you donated it or something like that. Because in all honesty, it's not your responsibility. If they wanted their stuff, they would have communicated about it. And it's just stuff at the end of the day. They'll live. But anyway, this calendar at the bottom, it says the Good Life Grocery. So, I don't know. It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Okay, well, let's get it cracking. All right, what is this reading? Dang. What does that look like, y'all? That looks like the Four of Wands to me. What is... Oh, maybe someone's been patiently building and like setting up themselves and their children or whatever. Really focused on... Oh, you know what? There were some downloads for this, like that Choices E40 song. Choices? Nope. Yep. There's a few songs, but, I think I'm on the phone that I actually wrote those notes on, so it'll have to go into something else. But this seems to be a bit of a love reading. That's like new year, new good life, new, like, grocery. I don't know. What's with the groceries? Spirit said they know. They know. They know. Oh, goodness. Oh, look, justice on the split. I like it, collective. I like it. Yes, I do not grow weary, baby. Yeah, don't grow weary. Yeah. You already know, so don't like, it's kind of like, I almost feel like there's no, oh, look again. The Chariot. I almost feel like, and it gives, this Chariot card actually gives a lot of High Priestess energy. So I get an energy of like, you already know, you're not worried about it. You're not even in this Seven of Pentacles energy. It's just, you're just in this knowing energy. Well, this is about you knowing already. But that's what... I don't know. Okay. This is hecka funny. I don't know which cards to use even. Because every time I pull out a card, I'm like, wow. 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 Collaboration. Ooh, a mature collaboration. And a Queen of Pentacles energy. Just mature, successful, and practical. People often think that the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who, you know, wears designer bags and has this and has that, but that's just material wealth, right? That's more devil energy, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm just pointing out the Queen of Pentacles isn't someone who's like really concerned about labels because it says practical on there. The Queen of Pentacles just, you know, knows a good thing when they see it. You know, they like the finer things, but the finer things that apply to them, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, I like going out to restaurants. I like going out to very fine dining, okay? And when I was in Los Angeles, my office was 15 minutes this way to Beverly Hills, you know, to the right or north to Beverly Hills, and then 15 minutes to the beach, which is exactly what I wanted, right? And manifestation. And even though like I had that, there were so many places that you could go outside of that, number one. But the main place that everybody talked about was this place called Avra. A-V-R-A. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't really care. And we go there, Avra or whatever. We go there to eat. And I am severely unimpressed. I don't send food back. My friends were like, no, you need to send that back because you really don't even look like you have food. Like you look like you had like somebody gave you poop on a platter. And I was just kind of like, well, it tastes like it came out of a bag. And so then I ordered something different, and I also ordered an octopus appetizer. And whatever the sauce was on the same, there was the same plastic bag of red sauce that they gave me on the first thing. So I was like, please just, you know, apologies to the chef that you didn't win this one. But the octopus was excellent. Excellent. That is the only thing I would return for. I wouldn't even try anything else on that menu because trust me when I tell you, I looked it up and down. But there's this lovely place just a couple blocks up, a little quainter that people don't really think about, or I don't know if they just don't go there, but I love it. And the food is well done. And the service is really great. Not that the service wasn't great at Abba. It's just the fact of the matter is I came for the food. The service is a plus, right? As it should be. Because you're here to service me in exchange for monetary gain, right? All righty. And I'm here for that good time, right? Which is why I don't mind tipping, right? All right. You see where we're going here. All right. And you pay for the food. So there it goes. But a lot of people wouldn't even think to go to the other place that I'm talking about. And what is that place called? Oh my gosh. I can't even remember the name of it right now. And that's going to drive me nuts. But because it's not the place where everybody goes to be seen, right? But I'm not picking a place to be seen or to see people. I'm going for the food. And maybe that's where people get you incorrect. Like with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, okay, well, this restaurant costs me equally as much. You know, I could actually be like maybe a little bit more generous with my tip even, you know. This place was very expensive. We went in the middle of the day, so I don't know if there's like a, you have to have a reservation, but we didn't have one. If that matters. But it was just kind of like, you know, yeah. And I think that that's where people get things mixed up. It's like people like what they like, and you don't know, like you could, you know, it depends on the day too. It depends on the mood. I think for most individuals who are also eccentric, I will say that, you know, who have a very outstanding uniqueness to them, which allows for them to maintain a certain level of professionalism and things like that, because it's just a part of who they are, you know. Sun energy. Yeah. That Seven of Pentacles there. So I don't really know what else. I just felt like it was like something was kind of saying somebody has something, you know, yeah, that they need to communicated in order for people to learn their lesson is what I'm hearing. Because it's like, okay, this, you know, communication, I call the Eight of Wands the communication card. It's the speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, air travel. But I feel like words travel through the air, correct? I feel like this is a message. You know, just call me who you want to. And then look, the King of Pentacles right here on the bottom. So yeah, this is definitely a love reading. Because it went right on to him. And even in a different deck, like, oh, you gonna put a different deck? All right, I got you. Yeah, I feel like ain't nothing gonna keep this union from coming together. And I'm just saying that because it's like, okay, I got you. I'm gonna stand my ground. You not gonna burden me. I'm gonna put those down too. Because we in this judgment energy. Everybody's under judgment. Oh, look, injustice as soon as I split it. I'm just saying, like, this comes out all the time. He said, if you need to know more, it's an Emperor. This is an Emperor's reading. I don't know what this is about, though. I hope you guys can understand your message here, because I mean, I'm not the Emperor, and I'm not sitting in no Emperor energy either. I am all up in that Divine Empress, Divine Feminine. I only like to touch my dark for fun with Divine Masculine kind of energy. Yeah, this is a love reading. This is so cute. And like very like calm and quiet and copacetic and like, you know, I don't know. I feel like this love allows for living in the best possible way. I don't know, like out loud. Like you can love this person freely because you won't get hurt, is what I'm hearing. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that for those. It says, I can't help it. I keep falling asleep in it and I wake up happy. So very some like, yeah, this is it. I appreciate how you take care of your body. And I get that this is like a whole, you know, a whole thing, like masculine to feminine, like mind, body, spirit, like you take care of your whole self. You know, mommy said you and her share the same heartbeat. Is that true, daddy? Tell me. That's a spirit baby message. Mommy said her love for you is inherent. Basically, like she doesn't even have to think about it. She knows exactly how to love you. It's not something that needs to be, you know, star energy too. It's not. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What's happening? Oh my goodness. Don't smush your sister. No apologies needed for that one. I have children. So, mommy said her love for you is inherent. Like it's just obvious. Woo. Okay, so this is definitely like a divine masculine who likes to slap divine feminine on her butt, like as she's walking by. Like when he sees her booty, he just can't help it. You must have booty with dimples. You must have a real booty, huh? You a real booty, Judy. It's got the dimples in it, so that's how you know that it's real. Soft and it smells good. Anyway, yep, it sure do. Because the next card says, Daddy said he fell in love with your essence. It's your, what is this? It's your forget-me-not. Oh, it's the thing that he keeps with you every lifetime is what I'm understanding. Aw, divine masculine. Daddy says you're his best friend, mommy. His very best friend. And I think that's important for all divine masculines. They really want to know that they have somebody that they can trust. You know, that's the biggest part of it. They don't want to have their boy be the only person that they can trust. They want to have somebody that resides with them, that lives under their roof, that shares the same responsibilities so that that person understands them in every way. That's why these unions were built. That's why these unions were allowed to form. That's why these unions were prophesized. Yeah. I'm going to get one of these from here and I'm going to read whatever the description is from the book and then I'm going to call it a day because this is just supposed to be like a little teaser. And if I feel so called, I may post another, you know, later, you know. All right. A beautiful face. Oh, look. This is so romantic. Isn't it romantic? Ooh, this is 4 if you subtract the 1. I mean, this is 3 if you subtract the 1 because it's a 14. But if you subtract 1 from 4, you get a 3. But the 3 is here anyway. So, and I feel like that's mommy, daddy, and baby. you know? That's how you procreate. So let's see. Number 3. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah, I hear a lot of like beautiful love music, like maybe in Latin or Italian. Okay. You're a beauty incarnate. Seeing love. Love story. Our sweet friends take turns primping and preening each other. It's makeover day, brushing each other's hair, doing each other's nails, manicures and pedicures, and ooh la la, how stunning they feel after a day of pampering. Love by its very nature is metaphysical and intangible. Oh wow, I never thought about that. Did you guys think about that before? That love is by its very nature is metaphysical and intangible. You cannot hold love, huh? And it's kind of like, you know, it's so unique and so, you know, varied and so specific and so, you know, that it does make it very, what is that word? Metaphysical. I'm not even going to look that one up. I'm going to just agree. I'm just going to have to agree. But sometimes you just need to bring it back down to earth and manifest it for its worth. Long eyelashes, ruby red lips, and rosy cheeks. Perfume is in the air, and love is so much more than skin deep. It is time to adorn your body as a temple of love. I think this is so beautiful because we were talking about it too, about like something about the body or something. What did it say? Yeah, him looking at you and like wanting to smack you on the butt and stuff like that. And he appreciates how you take care of your body. So, and the body positive did show up because that's one of the cards in this deck too. And I feel like Divine Feminine is very much like realizing how much that is going to be present from Divine Masculine towards her. And Divine Masculine, you will also receive that same energy, but in the way that you need to is what it looks like, because I'm going to read that. And I think that's what he's talking about next. And then talked about the essence, which is also a part of the perfume. You know what I mean? Because not everybody's pheromones match with, you know, with certain perfumes, right? So, and not every scent, not everyone's essence matches with the same scents, you know? Some people can't wear peach. Some people, you know, thrive in it. Some people can't wear vanilla. And some people, smother themselves in it. I don't know. I don't like vanilla like that. So I don't like the vanillas in my perfumes. And it's very rare because it I don't know. It just doesn't mix with me. Maybe I'm already vanilla-y. Maybe I have a cozy, you know, inner aura. I don't know. Anyway, making love. So this is for the Divine Masculine from this card. Action. When's the last time you really took a moment to pamper your beautiful body and nourish yourself? Sometimes it can be something as small or as small as getting a new haircut or getting your nails done or taking a long bath. Love begins within and projects outward. Treat your body to a moment, an hour, or a full day of pampering. Notice the way that your vibration changes. Now allow that consciousness to resonate outward into the world, that you might be a beacon of light and love to all along your path. It's all about the little things we do to remind ourselves that we are beautiful and worthy of love. So this is very important too, because I often have to remind my sons, and like, well, I went to the nail salon and I sent them videos because I keep a group chat with my boys, and I message them separately, but because I've been encouraging my older son to take the time and go to get manicure and pedicure, and he's like, I'll clip my own nails, and I get it, but I also feel like he should take the time to pamper himself. He should take the time to take a bath and not just a shower, right? But because I'm all about that submersion. He should take the time to, you know, put lotion all over his body, and I don't know if people actually do that. Only because it was a happenstance. Like when I first started in real estate, like 10, 12 years ago, there was a agent that I was working with at the time, and she was like super popular, very big, luxury agent. She was very well known. You know, we were at the same brokerage, and I was working with her at a project she had. And we were sitting down and we were talking. We were waiting for a showing to show up one day, and it was, you know, rare occasion that we had time to chat. And I was like, who? And we were just kind of chatting it up. And I was like, she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's like I barely had enough time to like even get lotion on all over. And she was like, yeah, tell me about it. And I just kind of looked at her like, what? Because I couldn't imagine her being in a rush. I couldn't imagine, like, I felt like she was one of those people who just like woke up and somebody put her socks on, and you know, it's just one of those kind of energies. It's like, what do you mean you didn't have time? She was like, yeah. And we were chatting a little bit more, and she was like, and then I cleaned my house. And I looked at her, and, you know, because I was taken aback. She was like, you don't think I clean my own house? And I was like, no. I'm not a dishonest person, so I know that she probably enjoyed that moment between us where I was able to be, completely honest about, it, because she could see it on my face. So, in that moment, I think that built up a lot of like different opinions of one another than we had before. And it was like literally 2 minutes to talk. And it's probably like some of the shortest time that we've had to talk since we had met, but everything we always previously talked about was business. So what I get here is that like, this, you're going to get the best of both worlds. I don't know why it's coming into the business thing. But yeah, like you'd be surprised to the things that people need to do to take care of themselves, or people don't get a chance to do just because they may be affluent even, you know what I mean? Because sometimes doing, certain things for yourself makes you feel better, you know? I don't know. I'm just one of those people, like, I try to make sure I take the time to like touch every part of my body and just remember me. I feel like that's a part of self-care that also shows you a piece of your own self-love, and then helps you to value, every nook and cranny, if you will, of your whole person, your fleshly, the thing that you take around everywhere you go to present yourself as who you are in. Oh, that was the other thing too. That was the other download. Okay. The other part of this download is all about, I got to do it in a different reading because I don't have the notes, and it's going to get a little deep where I have to go into like native traditions again. So I'll just hold on to that for like, I'll put that in with the Saturn return reading that's coming up. So, but this is a beautiful love reading. I feel like there's, individuals who have been in the right space and mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially, whether you're all the way in each one of those right now or not. Like, so every day is different, right? But you know where you need to be for your relationship. Okay, that's the other download for the love reading. So in this relationship, I feel like we covered this a lot, but it's like your person meets you and matches you. Like when I was talking earlier about currency, knowing my children's currency and stuff like that, I think it's like super obvious here because they're best friends, And so it's and if you think about a best friend relationship, it just kind of comes, right? It just is. It's just automatic. So yeah, it's automatic. It's organic. That's just the flow of things. Oh, it was shamanism. That was it. No, not shamanism. It was shape-shifting. And I think people need to examine, like I said, I feel like people don't examine words, but they just take what other people's, like the way someone uses the word in a sentence, and they just assume that that's the correct way to say things sometimes also, or they think that that's the correct way to use the word in a sentence, which may not be true. And that comes from people not knowing the definition of certain words. And people think that certain words are interchangeable, which they're not. These can mean something similar, but not exactly the same. And that you may get yourself crossed up. Like, oh gosh, there's also a perception thing too. Because I have this little thing that I'll put that up as a thumbnail or on my communities. But there's this little thing that says like perception is, it's how you see it. Because you could have a sign that says, fine for parking, right? FINEFORPARKING. Now, if someone was thinking of their own head and was new to driving, right, they would think it was fine to park there. They could, right? Right? Okay. So they went ahead and parked. But an officer would come over and tow your vehicle saying, well, or give you a ticket and say, oh no, well, it's because there's a fine for parking here. And it's like, what? So don't get your wires crossed. I'm hearing like before you even get there, because it's not even... You've done the work to receive this establishment, is what I just heard. You've got what it takes to... Oh, okay. So test yourself mentally and understand. This was a download. Test yourself and understand mentally. When you've been in your last few relationships or interactions with people that you were dating, you're seeing, you're getting to know, right? This is going to be the money. That's that Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah. When you got in gear and you got, involved with somebody more recently, anybody, right? Did you make the right choices when it came to those moments where you were triggered, or where you might have that like stinking thinking, or where you might be doubtful or distrustful? Did you push past that and say, I'm going to use what I've learned to not let my past be the reason that I don't trust this future with this person, because I don't want that to hinder me? and not fall into the same like triggery traps is what I want to call them. Like, you know, stinking thinking, like when your person doesn't call you right back right away, like, are you automatically going to assume this or that? I mean, because some people, you know, assume certain things. Some people say like, you only got a few times to miss my phone call. You know what I mean? Like all those limitations and things like that. I don't know who sets whatever, but I feel like somebody doesn't even have to worry about those things. Like it's not even necessary to voice certain things because it's inherent. Yeah, that's the inherent. Yes, look at this. This is what the hard work is for. So you and this person have both worked on yourselves in relationships with other people and proven yourselves to be worthy of a relationship, but the individuals that you were meeting at the time were only there to be purposeful triggers. They were there to trigger you. Now I feel like you feel like it's a joke if you go around somebody and they do something that it kind of that makes you laugh. Like, oh yeah, this is not going to work. Like I said, it's easier to figure out who your person is. You know exactly who your person is what I'm getting from this. And this is a lot of good energy. I know. Oh, okay. Now I know which thumbnail to use for this now. Oh yeah, look, 8 of Pentacles now, 9 of Pentacles. So it's really building up. It's really building up in the way that it should. Like I said, it's the best friend. It's the inherent. Like I already know how this gonna go because I love you so. I'm gonna let the know. I'm gonna let every nigga know. She is mine for sure. Yep. That's the energy I'm feeling right now. So this is a beautiful love reading. I feel like this Emperor energy is like who this reading is for or about. And it's about something that you've been trying to establish long term. And, you know, vetting, you know, people and vetting yourself as well. I think that's the biggest part of it. It's like knowing if you have vetted yourself well enough to trust your decisions. Yeah, to make good choices. All right, I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form, and I will catch you on the next. Later.